Guys, Miss McGee here. I miss you guys so much, and I wish I could be in the classroom right now teaching you guys face to face, but unfortunately we can't. So right now I'm here at my home, quarantined at my home, and I decided to make some videos to help you guys with the AMI packets. So each day I'll be making a video for that day's AMI work. So today's video will be for your AMI packet day 6. You should already have day 6. I should have sent that home with you before everything happened. In that first packet I sent home, you should have day 6. That is for today. And today is Monday, March 30th, Monday, March 30th. So today's video will be for day 6. The packet for days 7 through 10 for the days that you don't have is available. You can pick it up at Tate. At the front porch of Tate, they do have tubs. You can drive by Tate and stop by, and on the front porch there's those tubs. So you'll just look for the 5th grade tub, open it up, take a packet, and that's for day 7 through 10. Or if you're at home and you have internet access, you can go to the school district's website, which is vbsd.us. And at the top of their webpage, there's some pictures that are scrolling by. There's one called Alternative Methods of Instruction. You'll just click that picture and it'll take you to a page that has links. Our link is PK5. So you just click that link, and on that next page, you scroll down to the 5th grade folder. You click that folder and it has all of the AMI packets, all of each day's work. So you can find days 7 through 10 there. Or if by chance you lost some of your other pages, all those other pages are there too. So you have all the AMI work there on the school district's website. Or for days 7 through 10, you can stop by Tate and they're out there on the front porch and you just find the 5th grade tub. So I'm going to kind of walk you through day 6 work, so to kind of try and help you figure some things out. We'll start with math. So on math, there's a couple different options. Option 1 is on day 6. Option 1 is a couple of math riddles, and they're kind of tricky. So I'm going to kind of walk you through those. I'm going to solve the first riddle with you, and then I'm going to kind of walk you through the other two. And then if you want to try those, you can give them a shot and see if you can come up with the right answer. If math riddles are not your thing, there are 2 other options for math. Option 2 is follow a recipe with an adult in your home. So just find somebody at your house, find a recipe, and make something good. Or option 3, you can log on to iStation Math and work on the math section for 30 minutes. I know several of you are already done with iStation Math. In that case, you can log on to ST Math and do your time on ST Math, or you can log on to Freckle and work on that. I do get email reports on ST Math and Freckle, so I'll be able to track whether or not you did your time on iStation or if you did it on ST Math or Freckle. I know that Callie and Xavier, y'all are both done with ST Math as well. So if you're done with iStation Math and ST Math, then you can do the Freckle Math section, and I'll still get a report on the time that you spend there. So that would work as an option. For those that are just done with iStation Math, do your ST Math and work on that. And for those that still need to do iStation Math, please work on iStation Math and still get your iStation time in. I know that in class, y'all don't really like to do iStation, so I know it's probably like, oh, we have to do it at home, but it is still good for you and it still does help you. If by chance you don't have internet access or a computer at home, you can always work on option 1 on your AMI packets. Option 1 on math will always be some math problems, and then for today, day 6, it just happens to be math riddles. And you can always work on option 2. Option 2 is always follow a recipe at home with an adult. So those are 2 options you can always do if you do not have internet access at home. So if you do not have internet access at home, do not worry about doing iStation. You can choose those other 2 options. So for the math section today, it is math riddles. So I'm going to kind of walk you through those. So math riddle, option 1, math riddle 1 is I have 15 tens 33 ones and 5 hundreds. Who am I? So to go about solving this one, you're going to start with 15 tens. So I have 15 tens. So for that, all you're going to do is 15 times 10. So I have 15 tens. So you just do 15 times 10. And we know that if we are multiplying 15 times 10, we can just do 15 times 1. And we know that that is 15. And then we just add that 1 0 to the end. So 15 times 10 is going to be 150. And then the next part of it is I have 33 ones. So you're just going to do 33 times 1, which is 33. And then you says I have 5 hundreds. So it would just be 5 times 100. And we know that that is going to be 500. And we can do that just like the tens. We have 5 times 1 is 5, and then you add your 2 zeros to get 500. Once you have multiplied all those, I have 15 tens, which is our 15 times 10, 33 ones, which is our 33 times 1, and 5 hundreds, which is our 5 times 100. You've got all those multiplied. Now what you're going to do is you're going to add them all together. So I'm going to do that on the side here of my board. So I'm going to line up my hundreds first. I'm going to do 150 plus 500 plus 33. Okay, so you're just going to add all of those together. I'm still getting used to where to show you my board. Okay, so I have 150 plus 500 plus 33. So I'm going to go about adding those together. 0 plus 0 plus 3 is 3. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And 1 plus 5 is 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. So our answer is 683. I have 15 tens, 33 ones, and 5 hundreds. Who am I? It would be 683. Okay. So now on the next one is where it gets a little tricky because it's a different type of problem. Number 2 says I have 11 ones and I am between 70 and 80. So we know it's going to be a number between 70 and 80 and that there are 11 ones. So on our last problem where we had 33 ones, we did 33 times 1. So this one would have been like 11 times 1. We would have gotten 11. But what I really want you to notice is about the first problem. In the first problem, we had 33 ones. And so when we added all our numbers together, and we look at the ones place, I underlined the ones place there. The ones place is a 3. And up here where we did the 33 times 1, 33 times 1 was 33. And in the ones place of 33, we have a 3. So each ones place is a 3. So on the next one, I have 11 ones and I'm between 70 and 80. In the ones place of our 11, we have a 1. So we know our number is between 70 and 80. Got that in the corner there. So I think if in our ones place on 11 we have a 1, in our ones place on our mystery number, so there's our ones place on 70, in the ones place of our mystery number, I think we're going to have a 1 there. So there's a little hint. And I know it's confusing and it's going to sound a little confusing, but it is a riddle. So it's meant to try and trick you and get you. But I think if you just focus on that ones place, I think the ones place is probably going to have a 1 in it. Okay. So that's riddle number 2. Riddle number 3 is where it gets really kind of tricky. They're kind of making each one a little harder than the last one. So riddle number 3 is I'm a 3-digit whole number between 500 and 700. I am divisible by 5, but not 10. The sum of my digits is 18. Who am I? So we know we're going to have a 3-digit number now, and it's between 500 and 700. And it says I am divisible by 5, but not 10. So that means if whatever your mystery number is, you're going to be able to divide it by 5 and not have a remainder. But if you were to divide it by 10, you would have a remainder. And then it says the sum of my digits is 18. So that just means, like, so for example, if I had the number 513, to find the sum of these digits, I'm going to do 5 plus 1 plus 3. I just add all the numbers in my number together. So 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the sum of the digits in 513 is 9. So whatever your mystery number is, if you add all the numbers together in it, it's going to equal 18. So that's how you're going to solve that riddle. But once again, if you don't want to try the riddles, you don't have to. If you want to kind of stretch your brain muscles, you can try out the riddles. But you also have those other 2 math options. You can follow a recipe at home with someone, or you can log on to iStation Math. If you're done with iStation Math, you can do ST Math. For Callie and Xavier, who are finished with ST Math, you can work on Freckle Math. And I get reports of the time that you spend on there. So it will count. Next on your AMI packet is reading. So option 1, read a book of your choice for 30 minutes. So pick any book that you have, any book that you want to read it for 30 minutes. All you have to do is get a piece of paper, write down the title of the book, the number of pages that you read, and then write a paragraph summary of what you read. So what happened in the book today when you read for 30 minutes, and just write that down on a piece of paper. And then it says talk about the book with an adult in your home. If by chance the adults in your home are at work and you're by yourself working on your AMI packet, if you have a dog or a cat, talk to them about what you read. So if I was at home today and I read a book for 30 minutes, it's just me and my dog Walker here. I could tell Walker about what I read. He's a pretty good listener. So just talk about what you read. Even if you have to talk to your cat or your dog or your hamster about what you read, do it. It helps you remember what you read when you talk about it, and write that summary. Writing down what you read helps you remember what you read, and it's going to make you a better reader. So option 1, read for 30 minutes. If by chance you don't want to read for 30 minutes, you can log on to iStation Reading and work on the reading section for 30 minutes. And again, if you are done with iStation Reading, if you are completely done with iStation, you can work on Freckle ELA for the reading section, and I will get a report on the time that you spend on Freckle ELA, as well as if you spend time on iStation Reading. Spelling City is also an option that you could use for reading. Here in the next couple of days, I'll be adding some different word lists. That way, if you want to use Spelling City, you have different words to work with than all the ones that we were working on in class. Okay, so that is your reading options. And then you have the writing part of day 6. So for day 6 on writing, hold on one second, I gotta plug up my laptop. So the writing section, day 6 for writing is writing a personal narrative. Okay, there we go. So day 6 is writing a personal narrative about a time in your life. So remember, this is a true story about a time in your own life. This should be a small moment story, also called a seed story, not an all about story, or called a watermelon story. Brainstorming strategies are to think of an important person, place, or a time you felt a strong emotion and write about it. And then it says, remember to include a beginning, an ending, descriptive details, transition words, and dialogue, which is where characters are talking. So this is what we worked on towards the beginning of this year. Remember when we wrote our personal narratives, I know several of you chose to write about 4th grade camp. So remember we said that 4th grade camp in general is the big story. So I told you to narrow it down to a smaller part of 4th grade camp. So several of you picked your small moment of 4th grade camp as the shaving cream war. So that was your personal narrative about a small moment. That small moment was the shaving cream war. So you remember, for the beginning, you had to tell me leading up to the shaving cream war. So what did you do to get ready for the shaving cream war? And then the whistle blew for the shaving cream war to start. What did you do? What did you say? What did you see, hear, smell, think? All of those things. And for dialogue, dialogue is characters talking, but for dialogue, you can also use what you were thinking, you know? So you could have said, the whistle blew for the shaving cream war to start. I thought, oh no, I'm going to get hit by shaving cream. So that can be used as dialogue. So I want you to think of those small moments. I know some of you wrote about going to the water park over the summer, what you did at the water park, who you did it with, and you know, all the fun things you did at the water park. I know Jasmine wrote about the first time she rode a roller coaster with her dad. What was she seeing? What was she doing? What was she thinking? What did her and her dad say to each other? So it's those small moments. So your big moment would be like summer vacation. Small moment, or like in Jasmine's case, the big moment was going to the amusement park. The small moment was riding the roller coaster the first time. For everybody that wrote about 4th grade camp, 4th grade camp's the big moment. The small moment that you wrote about was the shaving cream war. So find that small moment. So now that we're quarantined and we're all staying in our home, the big thing is that we're at home and we can't do anything. The small thing might be that you're at home playing video games and you finally beat your favorite game. What did you see? What did you do? What did you say when you beat your favorite video game? Or for me, I'm at home with my dog, you know. So my small moment could be that one morning I decided to take my dog for a walk. What did I see? What did I do? What did I say? Maybe I said, hey, Walker, slow down, you're going too fast. Or maybe he chased a squirrel and I could write about the moment he chased a squirrel and what happened. So anything like that, those small moments. So focus on those small moments for your writing. And another thing, on any of the writing parts of any of your AMI packets, you don't have to handwrite them on paper. If you have access to internet and a computer, you can go to Google Docs and you can type your any of your essays or anything on Google Docs and send it to me. I'm going to write my email down and show it to you. You have the option of typing any of your writing that you do for AMI packets. That way you don't have to handwrite everything. If you want to handwrite it, that's fine too. But if you want to type it on Google Docs, you'll just, when you are done, you'll click share, just like we do in class, and you'll send it to my email. Just so you remember, my email address is megan.mcgee@vbsd.us. I know several of you have already typed essays and shared them with me, and I have gotten them, and you're doing good work. Just remember that if you want to use that option of typing it on Google Docs, when you're done, just click the share button and type in my email address, megan.mcgee@vbsd.us. So that is an option if you don't want to handwrite everything. Okay, so next is the science part of your AMI packet for day 6. So for day 6, you have a couple options. You can choose a question and do some research. So this one's kind of fun. You can do a little bit of research, have some fun with it. So the questions are, does the weight of an object affect the speed? And does the surface of an object affect the speed? And does the shape of an object affect the speed? So you'll choose one of those questions and kind of research it and see how it goes. So I have a couple of examples of how you could do that. So for the first question, it is, does the weight of an object affect the speed? So for that, I'm just finding things that I have at home and seeing how I could research that. So the question is, does the weight of an object affect the speed? So I have a piece of paper and I have a mechanical pencil. A piece of paper is probably definitely a little bit lighter, probably does not weigh as much as this mechanical pencil. One way you could test if the weight of the object affects the speed is if I held this piece of paper way up and I had a timer and I From the moment I let go of the paper till it hits the floor, how long did it take for the paper to go from where I dropped it to the floor? And I could time it. And then I could do the same thing. Hold the pencil at the same height I did the paper. From the moment I drop it till it hits the floor, how long did it take? Which one was faster? Did the pencil fall faster? Did the paper fall faster? And then you can kind of see if weight affects how fast something falls or the speed of it falling. The next question was, does the surface of an object affect the speed? So I was thinking of things that I have at home and how I could test that. So I thought, here's my dog's toys. He has this black ball, and the surface of this black ball is smooth. There's not really anything on the surface. So if I took this ball and I started at one end of my kitchen table and rolled it to the other end, and I timed it, how fast is it from one end of the table to the other? Time how long it takes it to get from one end of the table to the other. This is a ball that has a smooth surface. And then my dog has a different ball, and you can see that this one is textured. It has little alphabet letters on the sides. So this one is textured, so it has a different surface. So it's not a smooth surface, it's a textured surface. It has this green band and these letters. I could do the same thing. I could start at one end of my kitchen table and roll this ball till it gets to the other end and time it. You know, how fast is this ball at getting from one end of the table to the other? Because it has texture, this one is smooth. And then I can see which one was faster. Was the smooth ball faster or was the textured ball faster? So that's one way. I mean, these are just things that I have at my house. I just found some random things at my house, and I can test those questions and kind of do some research, kind of have fun with it. So that was option one for science. Or they give you another option for science. It says, when you come inside on a cold day, or you've come inside on a cold day and made yourself a cup of hot chocolate. As you are gathering your materials, you begin to think about your science class. You do some measuring and find that your cup with 8 ounces of hot water weighs 690 grams. Your powdered hot chocolate mix weighs 21 grams. You stir the mix into the hot water. Choose the best answer below and write an explanation as to why you chose your answer. So this one is like a multiple choice answer. It gives you answers A through F. You're going to choose one. You're either going to choose A, B, C, D, E, or F. Just choose one, and then you're going to write an explanation for why you chose that answer. So your answer options are A, your cup of hot chocolate will weigh 669 grams. If you think that's the right answer, circle it and write an explanation for why you think that's right. B, your cup of hot chocolate will weigh less than 669 grams. If you think that's right, circle it, write an explanation of why. C, your cup of hot chocolate will weigh 690 grams. D, your cup of hot chocolate will weigh about 700 grams. E, your cup of hot chocolate will weigh 711 grams. Or F, your cup of hot chocolate will weigh more than 711 grams. So you'll choose one of those answers and circle it, and then just write your explanation for why you think that is the right answer. That was option 2 on science. So option 1, you could choose one of those questions to kind of research, have a little bit of fun with it, or option 2, circle your answer, what you think is the answer to that question, and explain why. And then at the very end of your AMI packet, you have our specialty activities, which are like our pull-out classes. You're going to choose one of the following activities. So you're either going to choose to do the PE activity, the art activity, or the music activity. You just have to choose one. If you want to do all of them and have all kinds of fun, you can do that. You can choose PE. It says dance for 15 minutes or play outside, or find an exercise class on television and exercise with the instructor. So I know that's something that I've done this past week, not going outside. I found an exercise video on YouTube, and in my living room, I just did it. And you do get exercise, and it is good for you. I was sore the next day, and it was a little hard to walk. And that's how hard I worked out to that exercise video. Or if you have your phone, you can download the Go Noodle app and do some Go Noodles. That's dancing. Or just find some music on YouTube and just dance to some music. Just get some exercise. And I know you can go outside and play. I know it is supposed to rain today, but right now where I'm at, it's not raining. So you could go outside, do something. If you have a dog, walk your dog. That's something that I might do later if it's not raining, is take Walker for a WALK. I spell it so he doesn't get excited. So that's something you can do. Just find something fun, go outside, get some exercise. It's good for you and it helps you stay healthy. Art, your option is to draw or paint a picture of your favorite thing to do outside of school, or illustrate your writing prompt. So your writing prompt for today was to write a personal narrative. So on your personal narratives that we did at the beginning of the year, some of y'all wrote about 4th grade camp shaving cream war, going to the water park, all different things. Draw a picture of that, and that can be your art. Music, practice singing our national anthem, which is the Star Spangled Banner by Francis Scott Key, written in 1931. So for that, just practice singing the national anthem. Pull it up on YouTube, pull up those lyrics and practice singing it, just like we did at school before all of this. Y'all had extra recess inside and y'all wanted to sing that Elvis Presley song. So at indoor extra recess, I pulled up that lyric video and y'all all sang to it. Pull up a lyric video for the national anthem and just sing to it. Have fun with it. So that is your AMI packet for today, which is day 6. But the most important thing I want you to remember is don't stress out about this. Don't cry about it. Don't overthink it. Just do your best. Do what you can do. Don't stress out about it, because the most important thing right now is that you stay healthy. Stay healthy, stay active, have fun, make memories at home. Stay home, stay healthy, stay active. Don't stress too much about these AMI packets. And if you have any questions or need any help of any kind, you can email me, message me on Class Dojo. My email is megan.mcgee@bbsd.us. If you have any questions or need help with anything, you can email me, message me on Class Dojo. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to teach you, here to help you. And I just want you to remember that I love you and I miss you. Do your best, don't stress, and stay healthy. So I will see you tomorrow in a new video for AMI Day 7, and I will walk you through AMI Day 7. But I love you and stay healthy.